Every Marvel fan knows about Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Groot and Rocket. But now we are very close to the release of Guardians Volume 3, and we know this belongs to Rocket. For that in third installment of Guardians, we are seeing Rocket Raccoon's childhood friends, who are extremely important to the hero's arc in the movie, but most fans do not knows about them. However, these new characters can be traced back to the pages of Marvel Comics. And we are bringing you who are they, and how they are connected to Rocket, in the Marvel Comics. So don't waste your time. Let's get straight to the comics. The first character we are seeing in the Volume 3 is Lylla the Otter. Lylla's character is the most important of Rocket's childhood friends, because Lylla is not only a friend of our raccoon, but she is the raccoon's soulmate in a number of comics and other media. In the Marvel Comics, Lylla was first shown in 1982's The Incredible Hulk issue 271. Lylla was introduced as the heir to an intergalactic toy corporation, known as Mayhem Mechanics, on the planet Halfworld. Also the origin planet of Rocket the Raccoon. In the comics, Halfworld is a place where terrestrial animals served as companions for patients, before the world's robot caretakers developed sentience, and decided to enhance the animals in an effort to create an evolved race. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, High Evolutionary is doing same with Halfworld's animals experiments, in an attempt to create the perfect human-animal hybrid society on Counter-Earth. In the comics, Lylla is the heiress to the largest toy-making empire, Mayhem Mechanics, on the planet Halfworld. A half-man and half-mole hybrid, Judson Jakes attempted to take over Lylla's parents' toy corporation, which results in Lylla's parents' death. And after their death, Judson Jakes took over the company. That is when Rocket showed up, helping Lylla defeat Jakes Judson, and end the war between those who coveted control of the toy corporation. Lylla and Rocket fell in love during the ordeal, with the two setting off on space adventures together, a kind of happily ever after at the time. In later comics, Rocket finds Lylla again, only to discover she was married to another animal mercenary, Blackjack O'Hare, one that inspires a character in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And now comes the look-alike comic ex-husband of Lylla the Otter. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 introduces Floor the Rabbit as one of Rocket's childhood friends. However, Lylla is the only character who has a direct comic book counterpart, while for Floor the Rabbit, Gunn appears to have pulled inspiration from two characters that Rocket encounters during his space adventures in the comics. In Volume 3, Floor the Rabbit is likely inspired by Marvel Comics' Blackjack O'Hare. In the comics, Blackjack O'Hare is a mercenary who is out for his own gain, but will do the right thing when necessary. And also, he's the leader of Black Bunny Brigade. O'Hare and Rocket have crossed paths at times in the comics, acting as friends and enemies at different times. And Blackjack O'Hare was part of the reason why Rocket was able to save Lylla during the toy war on Halfworld, as the Rabbit mercenary teamed up with Rocket. And now comes the shock. In later comics, O'Hare was the character that was revealed to have married Lylla the Otter, however, Rocket accepting that he had to move on. And now comes the last friend, Teefs the Walrus. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's Teefs the Walrus closes out Rocket's childhood friends. Teefs appears to be inspired by the comic book character, known as Walrus. In the comics, Walrus is one of Rocket's best friends, aiding the raccoon on his space adventures. And now comes the funny part, actually Walrus was the middle-aged uncle of Rocket's love, Lylla the Otter. It means, it all just a family rectangle, and it all comes back to the toy war. The anthropomorphic walrus befriended Rocket, when the two teamed up to save Lylla during the war for control of her toy corporation. Walrus is an engineer, and has helped Rocket in different situations over the years, even going on to fight Blackjack O'Hare. The previous two MCU volumes mostly include the backstories of other Guardian members, but we never get to see the origin of Rocket the Raccoon. And in the past, Gunn has talked about how he needed to make Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 to tell Rocket's story. Recently, the director told Collider that Rocket's tragic backstory was the thing that got me to write the first movie. Rocket's childhood friends will be an integral part of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, as the film will see Rocket finally confront the person responsible for his suffering, the High Evolutionary. The flashbacks in the movie showing Rocket with his childhood friends will make the raccoon's tragic backstory hit even harder. The movie promises an emotional journey, as the Guardians of the Galaxy get together for one final adventure. This iteration of the team will be over after the film, as Gunn already left Marvel for DC, and Dave Bautista confirmed Volume 3 is his last outing as Drax. Rocket's childhood friends could replace any team members that leave or die in the movie, continuing the family element of the Guardians, and positioning Rocket to take on the role of the team's captain from Chris Pratt's Star-Lord. However, the feel will be long gone for fans. But however, to join Guardians' team, Rocket's childhood friends would need to be alive in the present. So far, the Volume 3 trailers have only shown Rocket's friends in the past, so it is possible that some of them, or even the whole group, have perished since Rocket escaped the High Evolutionary and joined the Guardians. However, we know that there are some heroes are going to die in this final outing. So alternately, the theory that Rocket dies in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 could prove true, which would limit the potential of his childhood friends to return in the MCU. So guys, by heavy emotional heart we are done. And today I don't want your thoughts on anything, just go watch Volume 3 and be emotional. And if you like this information, please like and also don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos. Thank you guys for watching, see you soon with more videos on Volume 3.